Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we sift through piles of corporate jargon to find you the juicy bits. Today we're looking at a filing that's a bit of a do-over, an amendment to a report from August. Turns out when a company says they bought another company, there might be some financial details they forgot to slap onto the initial announcement. Let's decode this amended report and see what is really going on with F.T.A.I. Infrastructure Incorporated. First off, this is an amendment to a previous report. Think of it as a corrected version, like when you send a follow-up email to fix a typo. The main reason for this filing is to add in the financial details for a company they acquired called the Wheeling Corporation. They also tossed in some other financial information related to another deal from February. Now, F.T.A.I. Infrastructure Incorporated, or F.T.A.I. as well call them, is a company involved in infrastructure. Back on the 25th of August 2025, which they call the closing date, one of their subsidiaries, FIR Holdings LLC, bought all the shares of the Wheeling Corporation. This deal was worth about $1.05 billion. It's a big purchase, and as usual with these things, there are a bunch of intricate steps. For instance, the shares of Wheeling were put into something called a voting trust. This voting trust acts like a holding company for the shares, and they'll be officially released to FIP-RR Holdings once a government body. The US Surface Transportation Board gives their official nod of approval. They also took out a nice chunk of change, a nearly $1.25 billion loan to help fund this acquisition. Here is where it gets interesting. This amended filing includes the actual financial statements for the Wheeling Corporation for the years ending the 30th of June 2025 and 2024. This is the meat and potatoes. Usually when a company announces a big acquisition like this, the initial report might just give you the headlines. But the real story is in the numbers, and this filing delivers those numbers. We're talking about their past performance, their assets, their debts, and how profitable they've been. Beyond just showing us Wheeling's own financial picture, F.T.A.I. also provides what they call pro forma financial information. Now, that is a fancy term that basically means these are projected numbers. They're showing us what the combined company would have looked like financially if both F.T.A.I. and Wheeling were one entity on those specific dates. They've even included the effects of another deal they did earlier in the year to buy out the rest of a company called Long Ridge Energy and Power LLC. This pro forma stuff is super helpful because it gives us a clearer picture of the potential scale and financial footing of the newly combined F.T.A.I. infrastructure empire. It is like looking at a blueprint before the building is finished. On top of the official financial statements, they've also included some supplemental non-GAAP financial information. GAIPEP, or Generally Accepted Accounting Principles, are the standard rules for financial reporting. Non-GAAP information is what a company puts out when they want to highlight certain numbers or adjust figures in a way that they believe better reflects their underlying business performance. It's important to look at this supplemental information, but always with a critical eye because companies can use it to present themselves in the best possible light. So, what is the big takeaway here? F.T.A.I. is making some bold moves, acquiring a significant company in Wheeling and making big financial plays to support it. This amended filing is crucial because it finally gives us the detailed financial backdrop to this acquisition, allowing us to get a much clearer picture of what we're actually buying into. We are getting a much better look at the financial health of Wheeling specifically, and how that is expected to blend with F.T.A.I. going forward. Now, looking at these results more broadly, F.T.A.I. is clearly aiming for significant growth through acquisition. The strength of this strategy hinges on how well they can integrate Wheeling and realize the potential synergies they envision. A key risk here is always the integration itself, merging different company cultures, systems. And operations can be a huge challenge. Also, the sheer amount of debt they've taken on to finance these deals needs careful monitoring. If revenues don't meet expectations, servicing that debt could become a real burden. However, if they pull off this integration smoothly and Wheeling's assets perform as anticipated, this could be a game changer for F.T.A.I., significantly expanding their footprint and revenue streams in the infrastructure sector. Alright, that is our breakdown of F.T.A.I. Infrastructure Incorporated's latest amended filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.